gonna die for that designer. I ain't seen nothing, your honor. I'm a cold motherfucker, but I'm hotter than the sauna. And I put it on my mama. If you cross me, you a goner. With anything I do, it's on my own time. So if I gotta wait on you, then that's where I draw the line. I'ma get it on my own. I want everything that's mine. I let you suckers let me down for the last time. Don't worry, I got this. I'ma do it myself. Don't worry, I got this. Cause when I wanted help, don't worry, I got this. I ain't have nobody else. So now it's up to me if I'm a winner, take it now. Don't worry, I got this.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Gordi.
Yes.
Hey, this is Flow Talk. I'm here with my man Shawn Caliber, baby.
Feels good to be here. Feels good to be in the building. Welcome.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you. Agreeing to do this and all that. And
thanks for having me, man.
Yeah,
It's cool. We home.
Long time. I know we've been talking about it for a few months.
Yeah.
Finally, we got together. So
finally,
I'm excited for this. I'm excited. We got a lot to talk about today. So let's just get right into it, Shawn. For those who don't know, my man Shawn Caliber here. Shawn, tell them a little bit about who you are and what you do.
Oh man, so excuse me. I wear a lot of hats. I'm a rapper, musician, songwriter, audio engineer, producer. I do events also. Just whatever the job calls for, I can probably get it done.
So there you go. But right now we interviewing Shawn Caliber, the artist. So tell them. I'm messing up with my questions here. I'm nervous. I don't know why. But no, for those who don't know who Shawn Caliber is, tell us a little bit of background on how you started in music and how you got that name and where that came from and all that.
Got it. So I guess how I got the name, like I come from the era when your name was given to you. So you growing up on the block, everybody got nicknames and all that. So I went through a couple, but eventually it went from like I had like a corny name, like I had a couple corny names in the beginning. So like S-Class was my name at first. Then it changed into S-Caliber, which I went with for a while, mainly through college. Then eventually I settled on Shawn Caliber. I forgot who gave me that name, but it's one of my close homies. And from there, that one made the most sense. That one stuck the most. And it's been Shawn Caliber since, so we here.
Caliber, there you go. Shots fired. Boom, boom, boom. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you
man.
be throwing bars too, bro. So you gotta check that out. So the little clip that we played here, what song was that?
So that's my latest single. Don't worry, I got this. So I'm streaming everywhere. The video is out too on YouTube. So don't worry, I got this. Yo, check it out. Let me know what y'all think.
So I did hear it. So tell me a little bit about the single and how you came across that concept of Don't Worry, I Got This. So,
especially with what we do, like I learned through my brothers. Shout out to my brothers Brady, my brother Jared, rest in peace. And my brother Neff, like just a whole combination of me working with everybody in the squad, and they teach you everything. But at one point, it was like when I moved out here and then I started working in the studio, it was like, well, you got to learn how to do everything yourself too now. Like, and if you want to make money, eventually I just started recording myself, and then that helped me become nice with the programs, helped me become nice with the mixing, the mastering, the vocal production. And at the point now where I'm like, I want to say about 20 years in now.
Yes, damn.
Yeah, 20 years. I think, yeah, because I'm 36 now. Professionally, I've been doing this since I was about 21, 22.
Okay.
About now, yeah. So we yeah, close. If not 20, it's close. At the point now, Don't Worry, I Got This that's me. Like it's like a lot of times too, you be in a position where you need to get things done. You're trying to depend on a lot of people, and it's like at this point, I'm not gonna rely or wait on people who keep me waiting. I'm just doing it myself. So that's the embodiment of Don't Worry, I Got This.
Bro, I can relate 100% on things. You always try to collab with people, and all of a sudden, let's say all right, let's set a date. What date works for you? All right, cool. And then the day comes like, yeah, I can't make it. I mean,
or you don't hear from nobody.
You don't hear from nobody, and then like, damn, I waited a week for this. Like, I mean, like I know we all got lives and shit, but that right there, when I was younger, I experienced that. So that track is a breath of fresh air because it's like, man, fuck this.
All right. Man, shout out to the producers too, man. My bros Jordan Marcel and Triple X. So they produce a lot of my stuff. Produce for a lot of people out here too. So look out for them.
There you go.
That's
So
fire.
So what made you get into music in the beginning? So I know you said you've been doing it for about almost 20 years. Tell us a little bit about your inspiration and how you got into it.
So professionally, I've been doing it for 20 years. I'm doing it for way longer. Like I said, just growing up in New York City. I'm from Harlem, so coming up out there.
Shout out to Harlem.
Yeah, right. So coming up out there, I started. I just read a lot of books, did poetry, and then eventually, at some point in life, everybody either tried to rap or has rapped, or even made the attempt. You might have wrote one rap verse in your life, but at some point, someone has tried to rap, especially in New York.
Yeah.
So that's how it was. You'd be around your boys on the block, or you'd be around your boys in school. So you're all playing around, rapping at the lunch table, or rapping in front of your crib. But for a while, I just kept going with it, and it just started, like, the better I got, people started bringing me around to other people, and then I ended up in the right rooms with people. So then, like, one of the first studios that we worked with was the producer, Charlemagne, and he produced for, like, Dipset, he produced for Jay-Z, he produced for DMX, like a lot of dope classic artists. So that was the first recording studio that we ended up in the Bronx, recording there, and then from there, just kept it going, kept meeting up with the right people, and then we also too, like, the battle culture was real big in Harlem, all over New York, all over the East Coast period. So like, especially too, like, I went to high school with Murder Mook, so that was like pretty cool to always see Mook. Like, you see him battling some of the other students after school, and then go home later that night, turn on the radio, he's on Hot 97 with Flex or something like
crazy.
that. Yeah, so that was like an inspiration right there. Just seeing someone who I see every day out there doing it, killing it, and making a name for himself. Now he's a legend now in the arena.
I'll never forget that first battle I saw Mook on. I was actually, there's the original classic with Lux, but my first battle I saw Mook on was against Jay Mills.
Yeah, right. That was right outside. Like, that was like 4 blocks away from my house.
Bro, that battle was crazy.
Yeah,
I think that's
from the State Building.
That's where I was like, okay, that's what put me on notice with Mook. And then after that, I saw the Lux battle. I'm like, this dude is
the first one, because they battled like 3 times, 2-3 times. Yeah, and that
he beat him every time. I felt like, and I love Lux. Lux is like one of my favorites, but I feel like Mook always gets the better of him. Yeah. Because he's so strategic with what he already knew. He knows what the rapper's gonna say before they say it. So he basically makes it where they gotta re-strategize what they're doing, because they can't say what they say because he said it already.
Because like he studies the artist and then breaks them down.
It's like was it Eminem in 8 Mile where he tells him, "You can't tell me this, you can't tell me that. I already know what it is." You know what I mean? So
he's really like breaking down your opponent and just blocking them from attacking you.
Yeah, no. So that's what's up. So you're doing music professionally, and rapping in the street and all that. What would you say is the biggest difference within those two? I want to say different types of hip hop and rap.
So I would say that's like the industry's an industry. So
it really is an industry with that too.
So there just before coming up and before being in the professional arena with it, it's there's the element where we didn't have to deal with the actual music business portion. It was just the creativity portion. So from there, like I said, from the era where everything was competitive. So when you're in the street portion of it, you're going around showcasing how nice you are. You want to show off your talent. You're writing, showing who can write better, especially then if you can freestyle off the top of your head, you're doing that too. And it's more so a lot of it doing for bragging rights and respect. But then when it comes to the industry portion, and just speaking from an artist alone, because if we talk about everything else I do, now I'm responsible for a lot of other artists' careers now. But speaking for myself, it's the business now. So now you got to understand how to get your music out there, how to market it, how to make more money off of off of more than just rapping. So getting your music placed in commercials, getting it placed in movies, learning royalties, licensing, selling music for other artists. So there's a whole bigger realm besides just, like I said, the industries, and when you actually start moving in the industry. It's cool to be able to navigate through both. Yeah, because you get a name in the streets from people out there pushing word of mouth. Sharing your music, but then in the industry now, your work is how. Of course, you still word of mouth and sharing everything you do, but the work you do and how professional it sounds or the image you have, those play a bigger role on top of the other aspects as well that would just be in the grassroots street movement.
Yeah, okay. And it's very important to know your business part of it too, right? Because, you know, outside looking in, you can think, man, that person, you know, they know they got a good head on their shoulders, they know what they're doing, and then all this, you know, and then, you know, inside and internally, the artist doesn't really know much, and then they get screwed over by, you know, the big companies and all that. So it's very important to you know the business and stuff. And I know we talked before, you know, how it changes and stuff like that. And I don't know everything about everything, and I admit it, which is good, right? Because you have an open mind. But I did take the initiative to read some books and really understand, you know, kind of how the business is. Obviously, you won't get there. It's not the same reading a book as it is experiencing in like real time. Mm-hmm. But what would you say? What would you say was like one of the things you learned in the business that you're like, holy shit?
How important everything was before I got into it. So learning about like the classic record labels, the classic artists, how they crafted their music, how the business was before, because it doesn't always stay the same, because as technology evolves, the business has to adapt to that too. So now we went from things being on cassettes to CDs to MP3s, and then now we have streaming. Yeah, exactly. Like so.
Damn, that's old school.
But there's certain things that stand the test of time, so it's good to study those things. So especially like certain artists, they take in elements of classic artists, and those would be the elements that establish between here just for today and then like having longevity in your career. So it's good to always study that, but then also to pay attention to what's going on, because there are also a lot of people who are stuck in the past. So it's good to study the past, but don't be stuck there, because this thing, you got to keep it moving. So especially
always evolving.
Exactly. So with us here in the studio, we got to pay attention to which artists are popping. Which if it's focusing on hip hop, what's the popular production style for hip hop now? So right now we're in like the trap rap singing era, but before we had to study the boom bap era. We had to study the snap era. We didn't really do too much in that, but it's still nice to be aware of it.
It was in the airways for sure.
Yeah, and
the
then
trap era with T.I. Yeah,
exactly. Jeezy, Ross, and also too, like yeah, Ross is a perfect example of he started one way and then now he's here to stay, longevity. Like he studied what he was supposed to do and then kept himself relevant enough, but also paid attention to what's going on. Yeah, so definitely like that. But yeah, just study everything, pay attention, everything evolves, keep up with it. And like I said, again, I'm such a competitive person just because that's how I was. So, and not necessarily competition in trying to outdo everybody, but it's competition in showing that we can do what the majors are doing, and that goes to show with our resume. Like our resume is just proof of that. We've been here 17-ish years, 18-ish years now, and
we're here at Surefire. That's what we've seen, been here for years. So we're at Surefire Studios, and
yeah, we in the new video room. Like even this room wasn't always here. Like we just focused on music, then we added the film component, then we added a space to where people can find a way to express their art through video, through having songwriting clinics here, meetings. So pretty much this whole facility, you can do a plethora of things, like myriad.
So if you're an artist and you're looking to get professional work done, none of that cheap shit, come through, because they're going to get you hooked up right, for sure. So, and if you don't believe me, check their resume, check their website. They got all that. So it's not hard to find them online. So throughout the years you worked here in Surefire, what are some of the memorable moments you remember most, and kind of some of the well, actually, you know what? Answer that question first, and I'm gonna piggyback off that one.
Cool. So memorable moments, just the dope artists that we had come here. So like we had Rick Ross here, we had Ace Hood, Sean Stockman from Boyz II Men, we had Nina Sky, we had DMX here. We actually working on a bunch of songs with DMX before he passed.
Peace.
Rest in peace. So yeah, we've had Dave East here. He actually did the joint from my next album coming out. It's a lot, man. It's the cool moments are like the dope artists. We had Corey Guns here too. He did a joint for my project. It's the dope artists that come here, but then also too like the moments that you have with the consistent people. So you have the dope artists who come every now and then, like like Mano, Gunplay. But then we have like the people who are here, and you always making creative, cool stuff with them, and they're out there killing it, always killing like my bro's Terminology, Easy Money, their whole ST Camp, my bro John Hope, like those are notable names out here too. But those are the ones who are here more consistently, but they're out here killing it. But because you developed a relationship with them from coming consistently, you have even cooler moments now. Now we're out here hanging out in different parts of like the world or whatever. We're out here cracking funny jokes now, like, and it's the rapport from building with like it's always a fun thing to work with the famous people, and you do like one-offs here and there with them. But like the famous people and then the not so famous people who are always here, that's another experience in itself because you cultivate relationships, you build a rapport. And those things you learn a lot from them. You see that from
the beginning.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool too. Like with Millyz, shout out to Usual Suspects. Yeah, man, there's a lot of people who come through here, man. So shout out to everybody and my bro Hindsight. Like I can go for on and on. We got about 20 years of people here, but just like I said, it's the cool moments to have like the famous people here, where it's like, wow, like thank you for coming to our spot and rock with us. But then also too, just the consistent clientele that comes here all the time. It's dope to have those moments with them, and they're part of the history here. We wouldn't be here without them. So that's a very important thing, and that's also dope moments as well, part of the dope moments as well.
That's what's up. So, and then the different artists that come here, what would you say? And I know as a producer, you kind of have to be unbiased to the different styles. But what would you say would be your more preferred genres to work with, and what would you say would be a genre that you were surprised in working in that you thought you wouldn't like but you liked?
I guess because I started with rap, but rap is not my favorite genre. My favorite genre would probably be anything melodic. So probably like the R&B, the pop. Those are my favorite things to work on. I'll say it's equal with rap. I'll just say I don't only like rap as my favorite, but anything melodic, I usually prefer more because I'm all about having the dope melodies and building the harmonies on top of it, the cool background vocals, and then hearing like real dope singers come through and just kill it. And then when they have that knowledge of the vocal production too and adding all those other elements to it, those are the fun parts of the track for me. So you have a track that you're listening to all the time and you love the words, but me, on top of the words, I love what's going on in the background. So all the stuff that the artist is vocally showcasing, I love that. So for me, it's more the melodic stuff. But of course, rap, that's what we're going to get down with. That's what we do. Yeah. And then a genre that I worked on that I didn't think I would enjoy or didn't think I would partake in.
That surprised you and you're like, oh, shit.
So my bro Jared, rest in peace, he was working on a country album here, and I was in a bunch of the sessions because I was just here working on other stuff. But they came a point when he needed me to run a bunch of the sessions like towards the latter half of the album that they were making. So at first I was just like, well, is he asking me to do the country? Like, I don't even like country music. Like, yeah, they're completely clear country. But after a while, like meeting the guys were like amazing musicians. The singer was dope. Everybody there, like, they had a great rapport among themselves. So it was good to see musicians in the genre that I'm not necessarily familiar with, how talented they were. So now I start paying attention now because they're teaching me about the instruments while I'm working because I'm doing the engineering. So I got that down packed, but like the actual musicianship that went into it, that was all new to me. So it was cool for them to bring me into their world, educate me about a lot of the important elements now. Like I learned about like a pedal steel guitar. It's like a guitar, but it looks like a piano. And now I worked with them so long during that project that I can distinguish between a lot of like the instruments that are in country songs now. So I'm listening to it, and now every time I hear a country song, I start listening for those instruments. Like, okay, cool, I hear this, I hear that bass, I hear this type of drum, I hear this. So it was pretty cool to like, now I'm able to assess and pick out certain things in the genre that I didn't even like before. And not to say it's my favorite genre now, but I can at least like, I appreciate the work that goes into it.
Yeah.
And I know the elements that make like a good country song now. So I'm like, all right, cool, that's kind of cliche or that's kind of cheesy, but all right, that's what they would deem like actual authentic country music. But years ago, I wasn't able to do that.
A big thing with country now is country rap. rap is like blowing up.
Yeah, it's huge now. I'm
just
seeing
weird to say that,
often.
right? Isn't it
Yeah,
weird
country
to say
rap.
that?
Yeah, it's weird to say a lot of different things in rap, like how rap is fused with so many of the genres. Like, it's crazy to just see how it's growing. And we're celebrating the 50th anniversary of hip hop right now.
Hip-hop,
Happy
for
birthday,
sure.
hip hop!
Started
Right
with
now.
that, but happy birthday.
Yeah, right.
I say it's crazy to say that because growing up, bro, country and rap were like oil and water, bro.
Yo, it's,
You know, like you couldn't mix it. You could not mix it. Even if you're a promoter and you're trying to like just promote local artists and whatever, you couldn't book a country band or a country artist and mix it with rap because it just didn't work.
Nah, and now they're killing it now. You see like Lil Durk and Morgan Wallen.
Yeah, man.
Or you got like Nelly and Tim McGraw. It's just so crazy. And then I remember that who is this? The country rapper that dude Cowboy Troy. I heard that. I was like, yo, what is this?
Yep,
Like,
Cowboy Troy. Then you had the other one. Yeah, like Ryan Upchurch, is it?
So
Ryan Upchurch is out there, and then isn't Jelly Roll the country rap a little bit?
I don't know that one.
Yeah, Jelly Roll. Jelly Roll is like huge.
Yeah. There's a bunch of them.
There's
though.
a bunch of them. Though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to the country music stars and the country fans and all that. We love
man.
y'all too, for sure.
Yeah, man. But,
Yeah.
but same thing with like 50 years. Like rap was just rap in the beginning. Now you got it fusing with genres you would never think.
Absolutely.
Rap and EDM, rap and rock. Like it's just.
I think it's dope though. I was actually, you know, we talked about this. We talked about this before. I mean, me being into Spanish music and stuff, but I always wanted to do like, and it's been done before, so I don't want to say it's like new, but more of like the fusion between like salsa music and hip hop, and doing that. So, so speaking of actually Spanish music and stuff, have you had any Spanish artists or worked with any Spanish artists here at all?
Oh yeah, man, a bunch actually. So I've had shout out to my homie Lil Buzzy. I had him out. He's from Spain, so he came out here doing a lot of the Spanish trap. His music is dope. He's killing it. I know he just dropped some visuals recently. And who else? The names, I'm not gonna remember all the names, but it's a bunch that come through here still to this day. They work, whether they work with me or they're working with Brady, and they're dope, man. Like also to the ones who they go back and forth between the Spanish and the English.
Yeah,
the
those are
Spanish.
fire,
Those are dope.
So when you were saying that artist, the Spanish trap, and you worked with also English trap music and drill music, right? So what would you notice? What would you say is a little difference between the two? Obviously, the language is one, but is there a difference between the elements of producing that type of music?
Not necessarily, man. It's I think the only main difference would be the language, because especially when we talk about like the fusion and the assimilation of it, it's not really anything different except the lyrics. Like,
yeah.
So when I have him here rapping, he'll sit here and like translate for me like what he's saying. So.
Okay.
Yeah, so because I always ask, because they come here and they spit something and it sounds fire.
Oh, crazy, right?
I don't know what he's. I don't know what. I might have picked out like 5 or 10 words in the whole song.
Yeah.
So I always ask like, yo, what does it mean? He'll tell me, like, oh, the title is this, but it means this. I was like, all right, cool, that's what's up. Then now he's explaining to me like, all right, cool, yeah, in this verse, I'm talking about all these girls and da da da, and I'm like, they rapping about the same stuff. Yeah, it's just a different language. So yeah, like it's not really the only difference. It really is the language, I guess.
Okay, no problem, no doubt. So you mentioned you're from Harlem, right? So what and we're in New England now. We're can we say where we're at here?
Yeah, we in
Lowell, Massachusetts.
Yeah, we in Lowell, Mass. Yeah.
So what's the difference in between, like, you know, being in Harlem and the whole how music was and the rap community was, and then transitioning in New England where there is still a rap community, but it wasn't like an everyday thing. I felt like I lived in New England for a long time because I know it wasn't like an everyday thing here like it is in New York. So what was some of the things that you noticed coming from New York, Harlem, and then moving up to New England?
The cool thing is I've been here long enough to see like major changes. So initially when I first moved out here, it's just a lot of the artists weren't on the same page. So it's like, and even then too, like they say like the era when like 50 Cent was in New York, it was big disarray between all the artists. Like there was beef, everybody was never on the same page. Yeah, but even though it was beef, like the city still had like a city sound. Like all the rappers, it may have been beef on the surface for some of them, but they respected each other. Like you knew who the greats were in your city, and you knew who represented the city and helped to establish what was needed there to open certain doors or build the community. So moving out here, the first thing I noticed was there were a lot of dope artists, but the community wasn't like fully there yet. So it was cool to see the community growing. It's cool to be a part of it too, because we have like pretty much, I feel like all the major artists in the city have been here. They're here all the time, or they've been here at least once or twice. They've been here a couple times. So it's good to see over time how a lot of these artists are collaborating now. You got them opening the doors now. So you got like shout out to like Cousin Stairs. You got Millyz. You got like I said before, Term. You got like Dutch Rebel.
The whole squad.
Yeah. All these artists.
Shout out to them.
Yeah.
I met them recently at the Dairy Show. The coolest.
Oh yeah. They killed it. Yeah, that was good. That was a good show. So yeah, man, it's good to see like the community here. It's good to see now like a lot of like this region now. They're written like they weren't always rallying behind like a specific artist. It's kind of cliquish in a lot of aspects, but now everyone, they're paying attention. They're rallying behind specific artists because you see like once the right artist breaks down the doors, it brings eyes to this community. It brings eyes to the region. So it was good to see a lot of people like mature and wise up in terms of who they need to stand behind and how they need to work together. And that was the difference too. Like it's not to say it's like New York, but just the community sense and the idea of having like one person represent y'all, and then or a group of people at the top represent y'all, and having that person open the doors to have everyone else like follow suit and keep moving. So that's
how I felt
major
too.
Difference.
Like when I was in Nashville, years back, I knew there was kind of like a music community, but living in Nashville, it was non-existent to the point like, damn, like who else? Nobody knew each other. Who did music and stuff. So it was from one day to another. I'm like, damn, bro. And I knew OGs that rap, but there was never a platform for them to really showcase it for them. You know what I mean? And then it just hit me to, damn, maybe, this would be a good idea to do for people like yourself and everybody else that's trying to come up, just to literally showcase, we fucking got talent here. You know what I mean? So
and you've been killing it with like the events.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. I've been to a couple of those, and then like I see you got the interview platform now too. So
I'm trying, man.
And that's the difference. When I first moved out here, there were pockets of this, but it wasn't like as many as it should be. It wasn't a lot of people saying, all right, cool, I may not be the artist, but let me use my talents and use my resources to bring light to them.
Yeah, because that's what I figured. Because everybody has a I want to be a rapper phase, and I had one.
I told you.
So and then when I realized like this may not be me, I always thought to myself, I may not be an artist, but I want to be involved in music somehow. And if any way I can help other people and stuff, that's what I want to do. So one of my biggest talents is just networking and knowing people, and like, I can connect Shawn with my man, whoever, if you need this, you know what I mean? So, and I felt like that's huge, and a lot of artists need resources like that because they can't do it themselves.
Yeah, at all.
So it's like, I had that epiphany, and I was like, you know what? May not work, but that doesn't mean that I have to get away from music or get discouraged. And I just found other ways to do it. And it's okay to do that, right? Because that will eventually lead to another opportunity, another opportunity. You don't necessarily always have to be in front of the camera, but you can still lead opportunities to be able to feed your family.
Exactly.
So yeah, man. So I understand about that, and shout out to New England and the whole music community, and just sticking together for that too, man. Because when I started, it was a small little bubble in just not the city I live in. And now, as I've been kind of going other places and introducing myself, I'm seeing like, this shit is like, it's bigger than all of us.
Buzzing right now. Yeah. It's
like shit. Like,
the market is known now.
It's crazy. Yeah. So shout out to everybody involved in some way, shape, or form in artistry and music or podcasts or whatever you do, photography, magazines, whatever. It's all part of the culture, and we appreciate y'all for that, for sure.
Facts, 100.
Shawn, so tell me a little bit about, for those who don't know, a little bit about yourself that is unique about you. Actually, let me rephrase that question, because that question was kind of whack. Tell me, what was that question? Damn. Tell us something that we don't know about you that you feel comfortable sharing. Got it out.
So we talked about stuff before.
Yeah.
I guess, I kind of touched on it a little bit, but I can go like more in depth. So, like I said, rap is not my favorite genre. That's what I'm known for the most part, unless you've seen me have a hand in the other genres. But I guess growing up, my favorite music, like rap, was one of my favorite genres, but it wasn't my favorite. Like my favorite genres were like the '90s Latin freestyle, like running around the city, especially in the Bronx, and then like a lot of the early 2000s pop.
Yep.
So like Backstreet Boys, NSYNC, Britney Spears, like that probably plays into why I love making a lot of like the melodic music now, and like having to like writing the songs. So I used to sit down Indian style in front of the radio and just listen to it and just sit there and just, oh yeah. Like, and then certain rap songs I love too. Like for me, that was like a lot of like Diddy, Tupac, Biggie. I was growing watching their videos. But yeah, man, I'll sit down. Even now, man, I'm sitting here. I was listening to a bunch of NSYNC on the way to the studio.
There you go. We had that moment the other day when we were recording, but
yeah,
we like the same song NSYNC because I like NSYNC, but there was this one song and I'm like, yo, NSYNC gone? He's like, yeah, that's what shit.
Yeah, man, NSYNC gone is easily my favorite NSYNC song, and then I would say between Tearing Up My Heart and It's Gonna Be Me, I probably like they're in the tie for second.
There's so many of them, but yeah, no. So what would you say? You like R&B, right? So let's dip into the R&B a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Who would be probably top 3 artists in R&B that you fuck with?
Damn, all day naming all.
It's okay to say, who I think you might say. Because he still gets credit for what he did, even though for his music, even though he's a piece of shit.
He I wasn't gonna say him, but we can't he who shall not be named. He's a legend, man.
Yeah, no, he was incredible.
It sucks once we delved into it and figured out what a lot of them songs was about. But
right in front of our faces, dude.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't in front of our faces at first.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but yeah, but I wasn't even thinking about him. But yeah,
never mind.
He's up there. But I would say I don't know, man. I would have to do it in like eras, man. So from the '90s, I was a big I would say Michael Jackson, even though he's pop, but he's R&B too. But
R&B, yeah, big.
I would do I'm going like New Edition. Who else? Like New Edition.
112.
Yeah, 112. Drew Hill. Even though one of my favorite R&B groups of all time was like Blackstreet.
Who was the other group?
Shy.
Shy,
yeah, Shy's fire. Yeah, Blackstreet and Jodeci were my two favorite R&B groups, and then
that's a good choice.
Yeah, and then Boyz II Men right next to it. If I had to go back, it would be like New Edition. But then I was also a big Bobby Brown fan as well.
Damn, bro, R&B wasn't the same as it is back in the day. It's not the same as it is back in the day.
But you know what though? Here's the thing. It's still really dope, but you just got to sift through a lot more like bullshit right now. Because now everybody has access to a mic. Everybody has access to beats or recording programs. So you gotta deal with that now. But when you take the time to search, there's a lot of dope artists out there. Especially now, the women are killing it now, man. The women are destroying the men in R&B at the moment, man. But like we got Summer Walker killing it. Ella Mai. Cleo Soul is dope.
SZA.
SZA's out of here. Gone.
SZA's
fire. Ari Lennox fire. Yeah, man. So the women that come, but the guys are there too now. Like you have like Eric Bellinger. He's really dope. Vito is dope. I'll be sitting here all day trying to think of them. Yeah, and then you have the greats who are still rocking, like Chris Brown.
Of course, yeah.
Chris Brown's always going to be. Which one?
Jacquet. Is that his name, Jacquet?
Jacquees.
Jacquees, yeah.
Jacquees, yeah.
Jacquet.
I think it's like a rapper named Jacquet too.
Jacquet, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, Jacquees. Yeah, he's dope. I like that song that he has with Black and Summer Walker.
Yeah,
that song is fire. Yeah, he has a lot of dope songs too. But yeah, man, like I said, R&B is in them. It's still a great music out there. You just got to go spend a little more time and look through it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. some great stuff out there right now.
Yeah, but it's just damn. Back in those 90s, yo, it was nothing like it.
Because back then they had artist development. They picked it, like the industry handpicked the artists that they put in front of you. So what they gave you is what you got. But then what they gave you was talented, like it was fire.
Yeah.
So you always knew, like, okay, when this artist drops, everything they do is going to be fire, and that's how it was for a while until like more people gained access.
Yeah, the internet really changed the game when it came to that.
Yeah.
You know,
it played a big part.
Yeah, huge. So, Shawn, you've been in the game for a long time. What would you tell the youth that is trying to figure out what they want to do and they decide, hey, I want to get into music? What is some of the advice you would give them starting off?
I said this before, but study everything that happened before you. 1, 2, network your ass off is 2, and then 3 is have a good team around you. So I always say study everything before you because like I said, the artists who are around forever, they're studying the classic elements of artists from past. So they're out there studying, they're taking those elements, putting it into their own music. So it's like when you take something that has always worked over time from a great, add it to yourself, and then you have your own style and your own elements to your music, you usually can't fail with that. And you're going to keep going. All it is now is the business aspect of it. But the talent aspect, yeah, study everything before you. But then also, study the business too. And that study the business before you too, so you can see how the business evolved into now. But pay attention to all the trends. Pay attention to everything growing. And then the second thing that I said was, what was the second thing I said? I said study everything before you. Networking, yeah. But what worked for me is anytime I saw, like especially in New York, I had people who helped me out. So I had people who we would always go together, travel to different events, different parties, different shows. So that was, when you go there, I'm like, okay, cool, like I know this executive is going to be there, or this A&R is going to be there, or this person or that. So I know, cool. My job, my goal is, of course, have a good time, but I want to at least try and get a conversation with that person by the end of the night. So like one thing that worked really well for us is anytime like certain artists would have shows, I would just go to the show, see if I couldn't see them in there, I would just wait till the show was over, walk behind the venue, and they're gonna come out.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, so a lot of times the security might not let you, but a lot of times the artists, they're willing to
a lot of patience too.
Yo, like yeah, I've done it so many times.
That's a lot of patience.
Yeah, but you just
shows take hours.
Yeah. And we stay till the end, and then they have to pack. They have to get everything ready. So you could potentially be waiting another hour or two after the show. So we talking like anywhere between 1 and 3 a.m. This in New England, in New York, could be
6 in the morning.
6 in the morning, yeah.
Like damn, you damn near ready to go to bed. Like you got your eyes like all dragging and shit, and just looking to meet this person.
That's how I got a lot of the opportunities too, man. Like just going out there and waiting, and they some of them see you patient, like, oh, yo, you actually stay out this long? I'm like, yeah, man, and it's cool because we have a lot of commonalities. Besides you being a fan of their music, it's like, hey, I know this person who taught me about it. Some say, oh, yo, you know that girl? That's my boy. So, a lot of my music industry connects will be like through just going to events, like seeing the event in town, just going. And then another thing is being like I said, having a strong team, being around the right people, because that'll improve your networking as well. But then also too, for having a strong team, you can't do everything yourself. So I learned how to do a lot myself, but I also know too, like I have no problem outsourcing a lot of the work. Like, I know I can probably do this, but the amount of time I save,
yeah,
I probably still save more money by just paying to get this done from a professional in that field than me trying to say and do it. Like a lot of people want to save the money, but sometimes too, you realize you still end up saving more money by saving the time.
Facts.
Yeah, and giving
That's
that.
Facts.
Mm-hmm,
That's
so
facts.
yeah, so definitely paying attention to what you can do, and
I'd
then
like
also
to add to that before you go to the third one.
Yep.
As far as saving money, I would say be careful when you save money because you get what you pay for. And people who've been here for a long time will notice, damn, bro, you couldn't be a little bit more, what's it called? You can't spend a little bit more money. You could have fixed this a little bit, tweaked it. This person would have known it, but this person would have known.
Yeah,
So,
sometimes that difference in trying to save a couple dollars,
it's huge.
Is a big change in the quality of what you would have got.
Yep.
Yeah, people are more inclined to get the work done properly. And I'll say most, because sometimes people do. You pay people and they give you bullshit. But for the most part,
Been there too.
yeah, exactly. You live and you learn. But for the most part, if you pay someone their rate, and you consistently go, they're going to be more inclined to make sure that the quality is up to par where it should be. And a lot of times too, they might even go above and beyond and give you more than what you pay for. So you're trying to spend less money and get them to do the same job. Where if you spend what you're supposed to, that a lot of times that'll be an incentive for them to say, okay, cool, this person respects me to pay my rate. Now I'm going to go above and beyond with this now. Now I'm going to make this sound extra dope. Now, next time they come in now, I might just give them like something extra on the side or whatever. So it's like, it's a respect thing.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah, especially when you're working with the same person all the time and you're breaking bread and time between each other.
It's that trust you build, the bond you build and trust. And so that person's going to care about your work because it's their work too.
Exactly.
As opposed to somebody who just wants a payday and doesn't give a shit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Because that's there too.
That's definitely yes. Be careful. That's true, bro.
Yo.
I gotta put.
I didn't even know I was in there.
Yeah, that's in there. I just don't use this as much, bro. You know, when the moment comes, it comes.
Oh,
but yeah,
man.
that's there. Again, before we go to what was the last part you had?
It was still a part of the team, but actually allocating who's around you.
Yeah. So
allocating stuff to who's around you.
I would say there's only so much screening you can do because people know how to scam people. I mean, they know what they're gonna do. Ask around.
I was just about to try to say word of mouth.
Word of mouth. Ask
Reviews.
around. Like, if they say, hey, if you work with this person, how are they? Are they cool? Like, ask around because if somebody's been fucked over by that person, they're gonna tell you.
Real quick.
So and you have leverage over that because then that person's gonna think you don't know them and boom, yeah, I've been there, but ask around. Word of mouth is everything. Ask around.
Yep.
So the third one you said was have a team around you.
Yeah, and just being able to like delegate the task to everyone, making sure you have the right people around you. So like here being at Showfire, like Showfire is my team. So I guess there's a lot that I can do, but then there's a lot of other things that I like defer to Brady over, or I would have deferred to Jared.
Shout out to Brady
when he was around, and then but then the other people on the team too, like we have our boy Jonah, who dope singer, dope producer, dope musician. A lot of some delegate tasks to him too, like hey yo, this by you doing this job, I'll be able to do this job and bring in more money for all of us instead of me trying to do everything.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. Because then again, that's the same thing with time and money. Time and money, very equal.
If we can be in 3 places at once, bro, that'd be great. Huh?
Boy. I'd be, man.
Yeah, I know, bro.
Like today, I need that. Like today, I need to be in like 5 places today.
Need to be Flash, bro. I was just watching that movie the other day.
Yeah, Flash.
I gotta put that shit again. I'm tripping, yo.
What's so funny about that is like it's mad funny, but it's mad corny too.
Yeah, it's wild, right? That's why I did it because of that. Yeah, it's corny. People would, laugh about it. Yeah, I mean, it's like those 90s sitcoms and shit when they press the button for the laugh. That's what the shit
it
is.
says applause up top.
Yeah.
I think they still have that for certain shows.
Yeah, they do. They still do. So, and I want to add this too. So, as an artist, right, it's one thing recording and making your song look good and great quality, but as a promoter, and you've been to a couple of my events I look at the performance part of it. So, what are some things that you as an artist implement into your performance to make it stand out for the crowd to be like, oh shit, catch their attention?
So.
You don't have to tell all the secrets, but
I know, yeah. So a big thing for me is I usually try and throw in like a couple acapellas in there, like some of my most lyrical shit or some of my most like meaningful. So it may not be the most lyrical, but you're gonna get something from it by the end. So I usually do those just so to let them know okay, I can really rap and I have stuff to rap about. But then when it comes to actually performing the actual music, it's coming in there with like show ready versions of your songs, not performing over your actual full song. Like there's a professional
vocals.
aspect to it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So having that, like me, I don't do all. Some of my songs still have their hooks on it, but I don't have like my verses in there or whatever. I just leave the hooks in there. But
Shout out to my bad. Shout out to Marcel Black because
he's been going hard promoting. I know. Yeah, I've seen that.
God,
Yeah, he's been
bro.
going hard. I love it.
Yeah, no MCs rap, real MCs rap.
With no backing vocals.
Yeah.
He been going hard.
Shout out to Marcel Black for that.
Yep.
My bad. Go ahead.
Nah, you got it. Yeah. So that though, yeah, having the professional way of performing over it, and then also the crowd interaction, like talk to your crowd, like for some of the songs where it's easy from the grass hook, like say the hook before the song, like this is how my hook goes, and then but then put your all into it. Like me, I perform the same whether it's 5 people in the room or 5,000. Like my biggest crowds were like colleges or big like community fests and stuff where it's like just thousands of people, and those right there, I go extra hard. But sometimes too, you gel with them 5 people. Them 5 people will probably be out there and. Excuse me. Those would be the 5 people that buy your merch, pay for your albums, pay for all that.
Tell their friends about you.
Mm-hmm. And even though it wasn't a huge crowd, them 5 people in the go just as hard for you as if you performed for a bunch of people and they did the same thing. So
you multiply each person by 3. That's kind of like a strategy, a market strategy on like what to expect. You multiply each person by 3 because one person would tell 3 people, and then at least 6 people, because those 3 would equal to 6, and then 9 and boom.
Yeah, degrees of separation.
Yeah.
So definitely, like man, I say, just put your all into it, no matter how big or small the show is. And yeah,
I respect that. I actually went to one of your shows. There wasn't a lot of people there. I love small shows like that. Let me just tell you, it's more of a as far as like a crowd perspective, it's more of a personal setting where I can literally enjoy the show without like motherfuckers bumping me and shit like that, and be comfortable and just listen to this, artist just rap and shit like that. So I went to a show you did in Nashua, and I fucked with it, and I saw the energy you put in. So one thing I look into when I look at shows is like, all right, is he gonna get discouraged because there's only 5 people in the room?
Never.
Is he not gonna put his energy behind it? Because there's only 5 people in the room, you know what I mean? But some people do because
a lot of people do.
And that's not, you should. It's like what you said. It doesn't matter if you have 5 people or 10 or 1,500 people. You should rap the same, or you should perform the same because
don't half-ass it.
Those people took time out of their day to come see you. So definitely put in the performance that they remember.
I feel you've been to one of my big shows too, though.
Which one was that one? I've been to Rap Night.
Yeah, you haven't. I feel like you've been to one of like the big performers. When I was like perform right before the opener. I mean before
Probably,
the headliner.
I've been to so many shows.
You've been to a couple.
I've been to a couple.
Yeah,
for sure.
And I run into you at a couple too, like for other artists performing. I'm pretty sure you've been to a big show though. But yeah, same thing. You do the same at every show, regardless of what the size of the crowd is.
I'll definitely be there tomorrow though.
Oh yeah, Rap Night. Yeah. Rap Night. I got the 2 dope dudes.
So tell the people what's going on tomorrow. I might drop this shit tonight.
So tonight we have Cormega. So they're doing the Tour for Life. Shout out to Full Blast Booking. So they're doing the Tour for Life where they bring awareness on mental health and also suicide prevention. So they bring out a lot of dope classic hip hop artists, legends, and those are the headliners for the tours. And then they put other supporting acts on the bill. So tonight, right after this interview, I'm going up there to go get ready for the show.
Tomorrow, so it is tonight. My bad.
It's tonight.
I confused that. So tonight, I might go over there tonight.
Yep. Yeah. No, tomorrow's Rap Night. But yeah, so tonight is the Cormega show. I know they just did one with Szn2, and then they got another one with, I don't remember who the other artist is, but it's a tour. They got a bunch of dope acts. But tonight is Manchester, Szn2, Cormega. Pull up, grab a ticket. So everything's going to a dope cause. We got a lot of dope performers in the bill. It starts at 4, going till I think close to midnight. I'll be on somewhere around the halfway point, or somewhere. Last half I'll be in. And then yeah man, and then every Sunday we got Rap Night. So shout out to my bros DJ Myth, Nan, we at the Shasky every Sunday. So that's Rap Night. So every Sunday night you want to come, you don't got to go to work too early on a Monday, or if you don't care and you still want to come out and have fun. Rap Night every Sunday at the Shasky also. So come check that out.
Shout out to Rap Night and what you guys are doing over there. That's been a staple in New Hampshire hip hop for a long time.
10 years. Just had the 10-year anniversary.
Shout out to them and everything you've done for the community,
Facts.
the area, and much respect to y'all. It's incredible what you guys have been doing for those 10 years and being consistent about it. Anybody else, would be like, man,
Yeah.
I'm gonna try something new. But the fact that you guys stayed there consistently for 10 years for the people, shout out to y'all and shout out to all the artists that have been a part of it. I haven't been able to make a lot of shows at Rap Night. I've been to a few shows on Rap Night. I fuck with it heavy. And I recommend anybody who's looking to go out on a show, rap show in the area, to go to a Rap Night show to change your life.
Yeah, pull up, man. Especially all you artists out there looking for more shows. Come to Rap Night. Come introduce yourself. A lot of people, I always hear people saying like, yo, I never get to come perform. I was like, yo, have you ever been there just to come see something? Like you got to come show love, come say what's up, meet the people running it. That's the easiest way to get in the bill, networking. Like that's an important aspect. Nothing comes to people who don't come to it, who don't put the work in, who don't go out and meet the people. So if you're trying to get on a Rap Night show, come through. Come say what's up. It's not that hard to get on the bill.
Right.
And make sure your music is good too, though. So.
Yes. And make sure it's show ready. Don't put some bullshit out, motherfucker, that you fucking recorded on your phone and shit talking about it's ready. It ain't like that, you know what I mean?
Right.
Be professional with the bullshit, bro. They've been in here forever, so they know the game. You can't bullshit them.
Facts.
So,
and also too, even if you don't have songs, but you love the freestyle, we have the open mic ciphers too. So come through there, get your bars off the top of your head. Like it's something there for everybody.
Yes,
so every Sunday, if you can't make one Sunday, it's cool. Make the next one. We there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Pull up.
Shout out to them. I9 Myth, you.
Yep.
Damn.
Or IBI.
Yes.
Yep. Shout out to him. Yeah.
Shout out to him and everybody again doing it, and even the people from the Shaskin too.
And my bro Josh, everybody up there.
Yes,
Neil,
sir.
Jim, all y'all, what's up?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yo, so I think we've been almost an hour in. Before we close it out here, is there anything you want to tell the people that you haven't told them yet, or anything you want to share, even in socials or anything like that?
I mean, my name is on all my social media is whatever /Shawn Caliber. So Facebook.com/Shawn Caliber, Instagram Shawn Caliber, TikTok is Shawn Caliber 1 because somebody already took the name.
I can't fuck with TikTok.
Yeah,
I don't know how to use it.
I have a couple
35,
videos.
I'm old school,
but I got to put more content on there. But while I'm working on this album, I've been storing a bunch of content, so I'm gonna have more stuff coming out soon.
Actually, you know what? Before we close, bro, let's talk about the album. Damn.
Oh yeah.
We haven't even mentioned that, bro.
Yeah, so I'm working on. So I dropped the album during the pandemic. So actually, in 2 days it'll be the 3-year anniversary of the last album. So shout out to my brother Versatile, my bro Ed
I don't
Walker.
have a clapping thing, but I'm gonna clap for you.
Yeah. So we dropped the album in the middle of the pandemic, which was the perfect time to get the album done because everybody was scared to drop music. We were like, yo, let's finish this joint.
Fuck it, bro.
Yo,
you got nothing else to do.
Right? So shout out to everybody who was on that project. We had like Terminology, Easy Money, Tilla Jones, Skazoo, Torre, John Hope, my bro Hindsight, Chemist, my homegirl Tanya. I'm trying to name everybody on the album who was in. And if I don't remember your name on the album, charge it to my mind, not my heart. But I thank you and I appreciate you. And then now this next album.
That's a quote right there, bro.
Oh yeah,
Put that shit on a t-shirt.
Charge it to my mind, not my heart, because I appreciate you for real. Then my next album now, like I said, we got some dope names on there. We got Davies on there. We got Sue Surf.
Free the Wave.
Yeah, Free the Wave, man. That's one of my favorite battle rappers right there. Yeah. Then Corey Guns is on there, and I got more people, but I don't want to spoil it. But that album is coming. We got some dope production by A-Rap Music on there.
What?
My bros again, Jordan, Marcel, and Triple X Beats.
That's big, bro. That's
yo. This
congrats, man. This is incredible.
Don't congratulate me until the album is done.
Oh, my bad. I thought it was coming out in 2 days.
No. In 2 days is the 3rd-year anniversary for the last album.
I got confused. My fault.
Nah, this album's not coming out. I'm still working on it.
Oh, you're still working on it. Never mind. My fault. I'll take the congratulations back.
Yeah. So
let me rewind that shit.
But yeah, so I'm finishing that album up right now. So I've been working heavily on it the last couple of weeks. I don't be rushing things, but I need to move faster. But then here's the thing too, like we have all the time in the world, but we don't. So make sure like y'all utilize your time. And also too, it's not like I'm just doing the album. Like I have to sort of clearly I'm doing a million other things, so I don't have the time as much as I would. But definitely utilize your time correctly and take advantage of you having time to do everything, because there will be a point where if you do start being successful at this, or if life just starts lifing, you're gonna get busy and your time's gonna be less. So while you have the time, like you have all the time in the world to get your first album done. So get that done.
Facts.
Keep everything moving. But yeah, so I'm finishing up this next album right now. When will it be out? I don't know. I'm hoping to have it done like soon, like really soon. I just got to sit down and knock out a couple things. But I got a bunch of singles coming too that I don't think I'm gonna put them on the album unless they're bonus tracks, because I try and separate. Like I want to make sure like all the music that they're gonna hear is new on the album. But if you do hear any of these old songs, it'll be at the bottom all the way. Like it won't be. You're gonna get all new music for the album. So we got those
only new.
Yeah, that's it. But yeah, man. So we got all of that coming right now, and then I got my hand in a bunch of other projects for a lot of other artists as well. Shout out to my bro Montel J. We working on like his next project too.
Okay.
He got a project out called Notes, so y'all check that out too, streaming everywhere. And then it's R&B. Then yeah, man, we got a bunch of cool stuff coming.
All right, man. Well, we got to look forward to that. Follow the socials, Shawn Caliber. This is Flow Talk. IG at Flow Talk, FLOWTAWK. Yep. I got the dad hats on me right now. So if you're interested in getting some hats, I'm also going to get merch for the fall, the winter, and all that. So, stay tuned. I got my next episode coming. I won't say who it is yet. Just wait on that. But I appreciate y'all tuning in. Shawn Caliber, thank you for your time. I appreciate it, homie. Thank you for letting me set up here and all that.
Yo, thanks for coming, man.
Check out Surefire Studios.
Grammy nominated Surefire Studios.
My fault.
Pull up.
Grammy nominated Surefire Studios. Pull up. Get your work done here. Make it professional. You're not going to go anywhere else that's going to do it like this. So
we'll take care.
Shout out to everybody, man. Peace out. Love.
Flow free or die.